Make sure this volume on. Like up, hair straight. Say hi, Karen. Hi, look at my can I see the duck? Yeah. I just got duck and the light come on. All right, let's talk about this real quick. You all come in. Come in, hit the like, hit the share button. Let me know if you all can hear me well. The sound is good. Let's talk about this U.S. military draft. Um, like my daughter, I just showed you all. She would fall in that age description of 18 to 26 year old, right, being drafted. It's on for me. Automatically, huh? On for me. No, no, no. This bill includes women. They just included women in the bill. That's why I'm a live stream about it. Women are included, ages 18 to 26, which is your age group, which I don't want you to be knocking on the door for them to come ask you to fight in the war when I know it's all about the United States dollar being the book, being dumped. Because these other countries is, I mean, and I'm not, I love, I would want to live in any other country but the United States, right? No other best place in the world to live. Proud to be a United States citizen. However, these other countries are tired of exchanging the real assets, their commodities, for a fake, a devaluating dollar. The dollar is not holding its value, and that's why you work to get cash to put your cash in things that hold value. You don't work for the cash. You work to get the cash and then to convert it into assets that hold value. But anyway, so the House passed the bill. Let's get into this. Someone said, let's learn law. The House passed the bill. It has to pass through the Senate, first of all. So this is not official. It's not official. But it has to pass through the Senate as well. And then they will pass it through Congress, and they will pass it up to the president to sign if the Senate agrees upon it. But this is the thing. The last draft happened in 1975, right? The last draft happened in 1975. Remember when I told you all, let me know if the sound is good because I'm in my Jeep and the music is playing. Remember when I told you all that Muhammad Ali chose to go to jail versus fighting for the war? When he said, no Vietnamese have done anything to me, you my oppressor. You the one, you my oppressor. Muhammad Ali said, no Vietnamese did anything to me, you my oppressor. Right? He said, hey, I'm being oppressed in the United States for my rights. Not them. Give me a sec. Give me a second, y'all. Let me place this audio. I come in, hit the like and share button. You are good. Sound is great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so the House passed this bill. Hold on, let me take this off. Okay, so this is the thing. The last draft happened in 1975, right? The last draft happened in 1975. They wanted Muhammad Ali in 1973. He said no. He did his jail time. Uh, Technically, the United States lost that war in Vietnam, right? There was a war that was lost, and it ended 1975, started in 1955. United States also lost wars to Afghanistan and Iraq. Now, so technically, this is not enforced yet, but technically, all males between the ages of 18 and 26 are supposed to register automatic, But now it's going to be done automatically. That has not been enforced, but that's been around. That you're supposed to, at between the ages of 18 and 26, if you're a male, automatically register, right? That did not go away, but it was not enforced. Now, the thing about this bill that was passed, and again, the House passed it, has to be passed by the Senate, is that it's $895 billion more to the budget as well. Did you all hear that? No. I'm sorry. It's not $895 billion more. The fiscal budget for the military totals 895 billion with the B dollars in this bill as well to be passed. So this is not something that's new. Every year they come together, but what is new is they've added women, right, ages 18 to 26, um, to be automatically registered. And someone for the military told me, said, can you imagine today's generation of young men fighting for our country? They too weak anyway. Like our kids, this generation don't even know what it's like to work outside in the sun in most cases. And so you got to talk about this young man or woman now. I can see why they'll want women, but I don't want them to want my child. But you need to put your seatbelt on. That's why go to the one in Jackson, State Street. Yeah, that's the only one here. Did it? Oh. Okay, it's not like it's another one. Now I can see why they can want women as well, because one military person told me, can you imagine a, 18, 26-year-old jumping from a plane wearing 300 pounds worth of gear and landing in land in unknown country and territory? So the way this draft will work, if it's passed through Senate, is ages 20 and 21, I believe. You hit the concrete. Ages 20 through 21 would be selected first, right? It'll be like a lottery ball, the things you see on TV, the lottery. They'll pick a ball, it'll be live, and um, they'll just pick names through a lottery top ball. So 18 and 19-year-olds won't be the first selected, but 20 and 21 first. And again, the funding for the military, $10 billion more, billion with the B, than suggested from last year. This is why you all need to stay on top of what's going on. Mickey said, hey, I got Mickey in the back. Y'all see Mickey? Um, as I've been telling you all, you should ask yourself, why now is this conversation of automatically registering people, not giving males and now females the opportunity to register themselves? Why would it be automatically registered? Means you're going to be automatically pulling that pool if this is passed. Why $10 billion more to the budget? 10 billion, right? And this is definitely going to lead or tell you that it's World War III coming. Um, Trump has already said he's not going to allow these other countries, and we have election coming in November. He's not going to allow these other countries to just dump the United States dollar. Dollar is going to lead to World War III. The other countries are already dumping United States dollar. So when you look at the dates, the last draft happened in 1975, and now we are entering to 2025. You all know I believe in numbers, right? That's 50th year. The number 50 biblically means a jubilee year. A jubilee year. Every 50 years, right? A jubilee year was a reset, a currency system reset where all debts were automatically paid off. That any of the slaves or the people that had to work, the people that they owed slaves to in the Bible, were paid off. Also, even though fact check said this was not right, that this was inaccurate, it was stated that in 2025, Saudi Arabia um, contract or agreement with the United States ended it started in 1974, ended, it will end this year in 2024 to exchange the United States dollar for its oil. Now, it was fact check said that that wasn't actually true, but you know me, where there is smoke is fire. And I believe it's a little truth in what's stated not to be facts. It's always a little truth, as they would say, in a lie sometimes, right? Let me read these comments. I think they're trying to thin the herd, to take out people they feel unproductive. C19 did that. that I won't even give it into that. I'd be surprised if it passes. It's a Congress agenda, just a, how do I say that? Another bad idea like elimination income tax from a presidential candidate. Um, but first of all, July 11th, all those convictions against Trump are going to be probably appealed, and he's going to win. He's not going to be a convicted whatever at all. A lot of things that Trump knows about tax laws, legally how to do, is what rich and wealthy people know how to do. This is not like an Al Capone type thing he's doing. Trump has properties, real estate, and all that to legally write off his tax deductions. So I always say this, when people say, well, I'm choosing the lesser of the two evils, I always ask, why are you choosing any evil anyway? Right? I don't get into politics, president, pastors, people in case, because it takes the conversation, especially if you are in the black and brown community, it takes the conversation off of reparations, and it shifts the dependency of your economy on somebody else's responsibilities, a president, a pastor, a politician, Wakanda, whoever the black and brown community, like, okay, let me give you an example. And I'm about to get out this live stream because we've reached our destination. People say things like, Jesus is coming back. I'm waiting on the rapture. First of all, rapture is not mentioned in the Bible. Revelation says it'll be a new heaven and new earth. Then it says when Jesus coming back, he's coming back to war. He's coming back to war. Then it says that he won't destroy the earth this time with flood like he did in Noah's generation, but he's going to destroy the earth with fire. So people act like the rapture, which is not even biblically correct, is this great thing to escort them to heaven. What the Bible talks about is meeting people will just disappear, right? That two men will be sleeping in the bed. I don't know why they say two men in the Bible sleeping in the bed, but anyway. And one will stay and one will remain. Two people working in the field. One will be just taken up, just disappear, and the other one will remain. So it never even said that Jesus would come all the way to earth, or God would come all the way to earth, return, and just take people to heaven. Like, and then it goes on to say that, that upon the return, he's coming to war with fire. And they're going to destroy this earth as we know it with fire, and won't destroy it with a flood. So people are so, like, mistaught when it comes to the Bible. They don't read it themselves. They just believe what somebody stands behind a microphone and tell them. And that started with slavery. Before people can read, they were read too. And I understand the slaves, because the slaves, if they were taught how to read, or they tried to learn how to read, right? That they were going to be lynched. They was going to be killed. they was going to be abused. But there is no reason in 2024 for people not to pick up their own Bible and read it for themselves. Like, you so focused on Trump or Biden, whoever gonna be the next president. And I tell people all the time, why don't you focus on your economy, not just the economy? Because none of these presidents, red or blue, neither is for you. It's going to change your financial situation. You are responsible for that. Oh, look at that G-Wagon. Speaking of finances, it's blue, unlikely. It's black. Oh. You're responsible for that. I want a rapture. I want a new president. My pastor say, this politician what are you gonna do? And the thing is, why is this conversation? Why is it $10 billion more? That's the question. See, so many people want to talk, but they don't ask themselves, why is this bill $10 billion more than last year for the budget? And why are women now included? First time ever, if it's passed, women. And why it doesn't have to be automatically done when for 50 years it's been sitting idle. Like, you're supposed to register, but that wasn't enforced. And at the same time that other countries are saying we're tired of being bullied by the United States, being made to accept their currency system when it's a devalued system, when we're the one. China ships soybeans, South Africa, oil, diamonds, commodities. Russia, all these people shipping, exporting to the United States. Importing to the United States. United States is exporting very little to nothing to them. And they saying we're going to dump this dollar and we're going to join forces if we have to, and we'll go to war. Russia just had its warships in Cuba, which is 100 miles from Florida, last week for 5 days. So the question is the United States ready to even defend on its own land? Someone says in a different translation, it doesn't mention two men in the bed at all. Well, in King James, it does. That's the one most people want to read. I got to read the King James version. I don't know why. King James, King James. They don't even understand King James. Right. They don't even understand King James. I don't need to go there. If the pastor stand up and read something other than King James on Sunday, you have these religious people. And let me say this, and I'm logging out because I hate religion, and Jesus hated religion too. I made a post on Facebook that most Christians, Jesus wouldn't even hang out with you all today. People that go, Christians. First of all, when wine ran out at a party, he supplied more. Oh, can you imagine most religion people? Look at Jesus making a way that was his first miracle. Jesus gonna make more wine? Oh, could you imagine people? Religious people, church folk. Then Mary Magdalene, a single rich woman, traveled with Jesus and gave him money. Could you imagine the talk of church folks? Jesus got that rich single woman following him. I knew it was more than just them 12 men. And then Jesus secured his bag because he had a treasure. He secured his bag. Broke people don't need a treasure. Broke people, now I don't care if you're talking about what Judas was a backslider, that's not the point. He was Jesus' treasurer. Broke people do not need a treasure. So he supplied more wine at a party when they ran out. He had a rich single woman traveling with him and gave him money to finance his business. He had a treasurer that secured his bag, and he ate with sinners and tax collectors like Matthew. And most of the men he chose to be his disciple were businessmen. Luke was a physician, a high-paying job, right? A high-paying job. Um, Peter was a fisherman, a businessman that had his own fishing boating business. Paul was a tent maker, a businessman. So Jesus had all these business, Matthew, tax collector. Jesus had all these business people around him. But yeah, most church folks just want to hang around each other. They don't even go. They don't even go around business people. They don't even learn business. That's why they all uproar about Trump and taxes. Why don't you go talk to tax people about their tax break? Jesus would have talked to Matthew about this. Say, hey, is Trump doing legal stuff with his taxes? What are some of the tax shelter that rich and wealthy people use? Oh my goodness. But anyway, automatically enroll now. You're automatically, they're not gonna wait on you to do it like you're supposed to. Women included. And now we're gonna see if it's gonna pass through the Senate because the House has passed. And Trump already said World War III because these other countries dumping our dollar and a $10 billion more budget. Hey, I'm signing out, you all. I gotta go take care of business. You all have a great rest of your day. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up, like, and share this video. Queen out.